Hi, I'm Gareth. This is my colleague Eric. We're from the University of Glasgow. We're from the central team, the Learning Innovation Support Unit. So the way that University of Glasgow is set up is there's a central team and there's also learning technologists in the different colleges as well. But yeah, Eric and I are from the central group. So we're going to talk to you today about our journey developing templates, which is the first time it's been done at the University of Glasgow. I think we've been working on this project now for over a year, yeah, it's probably nearly 18 months. We launched the first version of the template for this semester, so it was in September, and we've got an ongoing project to develop it as we go along, but I'll tell you more about that now. So, okay, so the outline for today, I'm going to tell you the what, why, and how of the course template, the structure of the template, the free course formats we're using. We've done lots of UX testing on the template, so I imagine some of you would be interested in that. So I'll be talking about that. We're going to talk about how we've supported staff with the templates. We're going to talk about challenges, but we'll probably leave that to the end. And Eric's going to do a demo of the templates, a live one. So I hope that goes well. And then we'll finish with any questions. What we're really interested in is if any of you here have done this process. And we're also interested in if anyone's done any kind of automation, because that's the next thing we're kind of interested in looking at. But yeah, the project goal, like Kenji was saying, is standardization. So our project goal was to create a consistent, informative and accessible Moodle template that could be used throughout the university. Further, with its implementation, it ties into the University of Glasgow's learning and teaching strategy. So that was one of the drivers of the project as well. Okay, so the Moodle course template. We wanted it to be good practice of what should commonly be included in a Moodle course. We wanted it to be intuitive, accessible. It's available from the Moodle course creation wizard. Like I said, Eric and I are from the Learning Innovation Unit. We didn't do this. Our kind of scope for it was to develop the templates within Moodle, but the IT team, the Moodle team, some of you might know Tracy and Howard, they developed the template wizard, which Eric's going to be showing you later. So it wasn't just us doing this. It was like lots of groups within the university. So we're not going to take credit for that. Tracy and Howard's team did a lot of the prep behind this as well and built the system. Like I said, so yeah, we also had the UX team involved as well. And it was done with the directive of the University of Glasgow Senior Information Services Management. So the development of the template. The first step we did was to review all of the templates that were currently being used within the University of Glasgow in the different colleges, in the different schools. We identified common shared elements between those. We also looked at other universities and what they were doing with course templates. A lot of universities have this on their public-facing websites. So if you're interested in developing templates, a lot of universities have all the information there and you can look and see what they've done. Edinburgh University have done this and they've got a lot of kind of like their records and case studies about how they did it. So we looked at all of that and analysed all of that, brought it all together. And then the whole process was an iterative development process where it's each stage we were getting feedback. So we were getting feedback from the other learning technologists within the university, the other learning technologist teams, and we did quite a few iterations of the development, didn't we, to get to where we are now. So the way we're proposing this to staff at the university, the benefits of using a template, a uniformity and ease of navigation. There's a coherent layout and structure, simplicity and consistency, less stress for the instructors. There's unity and brand promotion. And also, like I said, it was created with feedback and accessibility in mind. Okay, so the structure of our template. We have a course header and a banner, and the banner is editable. So the different colleges and schools can edit that and put the information for the course, the college and the school. Then we have the course information and support section. Then we have an assessment section, and then it's week or topic for however many weeks or topics there are. And the final section that comes with the Moodle template is give your course feedback, which is the evaluation one. So the template comes with that structure from the course wizard. It has the course header, the banner, the course info and support, the assessment section, and then the give your course feedback section. The bit in the middle is left for the course, the program, the school to develop their content. We have a version of the template which we call the scaffolded version, which is part of the guidance and the training we've given to staff. They can go and look at that, and we give them ideas of what should be included in the weeks and the topics, like a welcome video, you know, like forums, use discussion forums, all that kind of stuff. They can look at that. But like I said, the middle bit, the actual learning content, again, that's down to the individual academic or the school or the college. Okay, so I'm just going to go through these quickly, just to give you an idea of what's in each section. So like I said, the course header banner comes with an editable banner. Then we have the course info and support. So when staff use the wizard to get the template, it comes populated with examples of what we say should be included there for good practice. And staff can take those and edit those for their own purposes. So we suggest, you know, having a welcome video. So we've got like a template video in there. We have a page that they can edit with staff contact information on. And that's why we're interested in automation as well, because we'd like to do that automatically. But at the moment, it's just a template for the staff. And also we suggest setting communication expectations. And we include like a student resource, which is linked to all of the help students can get, and we tell staff to edit and update that for their own purposes. Then in the assessment section, one thing we found from doing the testing is that the students have a desire to have one section where all of the assessments are listed so that they know one place to go, find the dates, find the assessments. So we have that section with a template in it as well, which the staff can take and edit. And then, like I said, it's the weekly topic sections. We found during testing that headings of pre-class activities, in-class activities, and post-class activities, that the students found that quite helpful for structuring the course. So we include those as banners within the template, and then staff can use those if they wish. And then the final section is just where we include the evaluation, and we give them instructions on how to tell students about that and make it available. And the template also comes with blocks, and we included these blocks because of the discoveries we found in the UX testing. The students liked completion tracking if it's set up correctly, so we included that. We also include the search forums block because they found that useful, and also the activities block as well. So that's the blocks that the template comes with pre-populated. We provide the template in 3 formats: grid, tiles, and collapsed topics. When we were doing the first round of UX testing, we had topics as well, but after the testing, that came out quite negatively with the students, so we don't include topics. But we might revisit that because we've just upgraded to Moodle 4.1, so topics is very different now to what it was before. So they're the 3 formats. They're exactly the same apart from the course format. The structure and the sections and the material that come in is exactly the same. It's just that they can get it in grid, tiles, or collapsed topics. So the UX testing with students, there's some of the findings we found when we did the first round of testing with the 4 different versions. So yeah, some of this you probably you won't be surprised about. There was a strong preference for consistency. They expect to find the same elements in the same locations across all the courses on their programs. The pre-class, in-class and post-class structure went down really well. There was a desire for progress tracking if it's set up correctly, and also a desire for clear structure and navigation. They liked all of the files, the pages, the books, all to have an informative name of what that was. And they also liked it if it was numbered, so it'd be like 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, so that they could follow the structure through. After that round of testing, we've done 2 other rounds of testing. We've done card sorting and tree testing. That was just to validate the design of the templates. Some of the interesting thing we found through that kind of testing was we renamed some of the resources, because card sorting and tree testing, if you don't know, that's the testing where you're looking at the way you've labeled your content and your navigation and your information architecture. So we made some changes to the templates based on the findings from those 2 rounds of research. Okay, so supporting staff, we've a SharePoint site where we have demos of the templates, and we have 2 versions. We have a demo of the template, which is just the template they will get through the course wizard. And we also have the scaffolded version, as I described, which we've used H5P to embed kind of instructive guidance to staff. So if they're thinking of using, we've got Kaltura at Glasgow, if they're thinking of using a Kaltura video, there's a direct link to how to create a Kaltura video. There's a direct link to how to create a forum, all of the activities and resources within Moodle. So they can look at the scaffolded version if they want guidance on learning design. Okay, so I think we're going to come back to challenges. So I'm going to hand over now to Eric, and he's going to do a demo of the actual templates.
Hopefully this Moodle is still what is.
What version of Moodle do you have now?
4.4, I think.
Yeah, no, 4.3 isn't it?
We're in.
It's just because you said you've been up to 4.1.
Oh, yeah, that was the last time. Yeah. When we originally developed the templates, it was before we upgraded to 4.1. So yeah, so then we had to change it, with the left-hand navigation in it.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. Doing the live is. So this is the template wizard. Version 1, I would say. Well, is it version 1?
Yeah, it's version.
So what I would say is courses for this year, from September to September, will be for new. This is for new courses only, not existing courses. So we're rolling over our existing courses because there's quite a lot of housework, a good way of saying it. You've got to manipulate things in. So basically, templates sit there. Tiles, as Gareth said, grid, clips, topics, and my favourite, template for learning technologists, which is the most stripped out one, because learning technologists know what they're doing. Anybody disagree? So basically, use template. Now, everybody's probably seen this before. It's basically part of the form that you use to create a new course. So basically what it looks like that the Moodle team have done, split that up into sections. And there's some additions that we're asking for version 2. But for version 1, it does work. So, yeah. It's always hard to think of a course. Call it test 2. I'm just worried that I've used it before. And so the wonderful thing is we have to add it to a category. So I'm going to look in and see if I can find digital education. Because I really don't want to annoy anybody by adding a test course in another area. So start date, we all know, it starts the start date. And while I'm here, if I just scroll down, we have a log of every time we use the templates or templates we use, we have a log of all the courses that are created. This is supplied by the Moodle team. So basically, we have a running count of how many people have used each template, which is nice to have, just goes to show that they're using it. So the next. I tend not to put a summary in a course summary. I don't know if anyone else does, but I tend not to. There are some courses that do, just for sake of time. Another favourite bit when we've got our short codes for adding students. Again, I'm not going to add any. So, but this is the bit that you would obviously add enrollment methods, short codes, etc., etc. And this is the bit that will be interesting next year, because this is where they would import their course from. So you have your course, you have to use a template, you import your course, 2.2 gigabyte, something like that, or maybe a nice short one. But that is basically when you import it and the two of them sort of combine. Everybody's done, you know what it sort of does. But we're kind of cheating, and we're just doing a simple one today. So we can create and go to course. Interesting thing I've used, that's save draft without creating a course. You can do all the bits and pieces. I can have my full 18 courses ready to go by creating a draft, and then I can just go back in and run it, and it'll create a course. So I want to be organised, I can do that. But what we'll do is, we'll see if it actually does it with a bit of luck. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm not tapping. That's too already.
Short name's not unique.
Yeah. See that.
22 or something.
How about test 212?
Yeah.
222. Surely I've not done 222. Well, it just goes to show you that template works. You can't put a duplicate course up. That's actually a good thing. Again, I think if I'm really lucky, I can jump to process. Suppose. It wouldn't be a presentation without a little error. Don't be quiet, Kenji.
Well, I was just going to say, if you're struggling for a name for courses in the future, Kenji is available. I've heard good things about it. Easy to spell.
Would it be good for your mental health?
It would do wonders for my ego.
Donut themes head image.
I'm available for shots. So how long was this development?
Yeah, at least a year.
A year?
Yeah, because we've done quite a lot of testing, like I said, with students, and also it's you can kind of imagine the challenges you get. Let's do it.
Of course it's
You
done.
sounded so surprised there.
The problem is it's an iterative process. We work with the Moodle sort of development team, we find bugs, we work our way through the bugs through our learn tests, Moodles, go back, we talk to our colleagues, and there's a few online. And so we have, again, an iterative process. What would you like to change? So eventually we got, after how long? A year?
Yeah.
Eventually we got there. A year.
I think part of the challenge is when it's the comms and when you're going to release it and how you're going to support staff. So, I mean, we had the template ready for a while, didn't we? But it's like, we're going to do it in semester 1, we're going to do it in semester 2. So like Eric said, for this year, it's only new courses. But next year, they want everybody to start using the template. And you can imagine that is a huge project to manage, and getting buy-in, because it's change management, isn't it, really, to get staff to use it.
I know that, I think at the last time we had over 600 courses, so people are actually adopting it now, doing the work now. So there's quite a lot of courses started doing it.
How many students were in your test?
30, I think, in each round. Yeah.
We wanted 30,000, but we couldn't do it, so 30 was the max.
Are you getting any ongoing evaluation from students now that it's actually in play?
We're planning some UX testing at the moment for how we developed content and how we present content. So that's the next thing we're doing. What we'd like to do as well is do testing of the wizard with staff, because we haven't done any testing with staff yet. We've only done it with students. The good thing about doing it with the students is that you can kind of end a lot of arguments if you say, well, we found in the testing, this is what students want. So that's quite good. But we also, you've got to recognise it's the staff who will be rolling over their courses. So we've got lots of ideas for improving the wizard. So we'd like to do some testing on that. And automation. So when we were doing the analysis at the beginning, we were looking at what other universities have done. And I don't know if anyone has done this in this room, but you can have a block where it will pull in all the details of who's teaching that course.
Yeah. Generical, I think.
Yeah, the learning objectives, so that will all be populated. So we'd love to get something like that working, because at the moment we're just giving them a template that they have to edit. So we're still leaving it up to the staff to do it. And as Eric always says, we're not the police. There are too many courses for us to look at, and it's not what we're, our role is to develop the courses, the templates.
Someone requests change. We have a change log. It's massive. The thing is, though, we don't make that decision. It goes kind of up and then comes back down. Yeah, do it or not. We've got the LTEC committee usually, and we'll do most of that. So we talk to the staff. We don't just do that. And we're trying to do minimal changes, because if you've got, if you've got 4 templates and you have to make changes, you have to edit, you have to go and fix all those 4 templates. But if someone's using it, then they've got to go back and fix what we fixed. That makes any sense. So, little changes are good, although I think we're on version 1.
Yeah.
So version 2 coming next year. Automation is a big thing. But like I said, if anybody's got anything on automation, please get in contact.
I was going to say, we've done, it's quite interesting because we got a similar process we talked about as designed to roll forward. And essentially, we take a very different approach to the same problem, effectively, of rolling content forward each year. But we have some bits and pieces we're going to talk about, because we have resources to pull our module catalog into our sites. And again, we're going through a bit of a conversation about that. So it'd be really interesting. But I was interested, I noticed it ran in user space when you create the class. Does that cause you any problems with big courses rolling forward or being imported? Because we went for a slightly different strategy. Yeah. We do the actual process in sort of server space in the background as an ad hoc task, so that they can go away and they crash the browser or anything like it doesn't happen. So I was wondering if you had any issues with that side of things.
I think we had about 20 courses had an issue that had to be redone. But again, the thing about this year is, and this is the key point, new courses only. If you're going to use this to roll a course, you're not supposed to. This is for new courses. We were not really looking at that this year.
So next year, you've got all these courses which have been set up this way, which we would want to go into.
Yeah. But Moodle's like, sometimes you can see something, but the students can't. It's corrupt or something, There's lots of weird stuff that happens.
This kind of setup, is it tied to University of Glasgow? Is it something you could share with others? What's the...
I think you need to speak to
you needed to, yeah.
I'm sure.
Someone online might answer. Okay.
But you'd have to talk to Tracy and Howard.
Tracy and Howard are great. They love sharing stuff. I'm sure it'd be awesome.
I know when we were doing the analysis, there's a paid for plugin which works pretty similar to the wizard that we've got here. So I know there's a paid version you can get. Yeah. Well, I mean, one of the other things we really like.
I do love free versions, by the way.
Yeah.
That's just saying. Yeah. Just in the room, is anyone else using something similar? And Strathclyde, obviously. Yep. West Coast Scotland.
We use our own templates. It's basically a restore of a course that we've set up.
Right.
And we've got instructions for staff that are using filter code, so students can't see them.
Okay.
And then there's other instructions that only students can see as well, but it's in a different color. The filter code works really well for that.
Okay. Brilliant. If somebody wants to contact you afterwards, just to get like a demo or run through,
it's always available.
That's brilliant. Okay. Right. Thank you very much. That's great.